Kane Ashby is about to make a move that could create serious trouble for Billy Abbott, while Lily Winters may push Nate Hastings toward a life-changing decision. Meanwhile, Nick Newman's downward spiral is set to reach another devastating low on the young and the restless. Billy's obsession with Chancellor is becoming increasingly difficult to control, and Kane is starting to realize that handling the situation alone may not be enough. Billy has become convinced that Jill Abbott left behind a secret connected to Chancellor. Whether that secret actually exists remains uncertain, but Billy isn't ready to let the mystery go. Once Billy becomes focused on something, stopping him can be nearly impossible, and Kane knows that obsession could eventually create problems for everyone involved. That concern leads Kane directly to Jack Abbott. Kane decides to tell Jack what Billy has been doing and why he believes the situation is becoming dangerous. Jack knows Billy better than almost anyone. He has watched his brother become consumed by personal battles, business rivalries, and emotional impulses many times before. That history could make Jack particularly concerned when Kane reveals Billy's latest mission. Billy wants to uncover whatever Jill may have hidden within Chancellor, but Kane isn't convinced there is actually anything to find. From Kane's perspective, Billy may be chasing another mystery that could distract him from the opportunities already in front of him. Instead of concentrating on his career and building something stable, Billy risks falling into another cycle of obsession. Kane may hope Jack can finally get through to his brother, but convincing Billy to abandon something he believes is important will not be easy. If Jack confronts Billy about what Kane revealed, Billy could feel betrayed. He may even believe Kane went behind his back in an attempt to control him. That could create a new conflict between Billy and Kane, while putting Jack directly in the middle. At the same time, another major decision is unfolding within the Winters family. Devin Winters wants to step away from Winters and focus his energy on starting a liberal arts college. It is a major change for Devin, and it means Lily and Nate could be left with greater responsibility for keeping the family business moving forward. However, Nate has already been questioning whether the corporate world is where he truly belongs. Medicine was once an important part of Nate's identity, and the possibility of returning to that career continues to pull at him. The problem is that Devin's plans could make Nate feel obligated to remain at Winters. Nate doesn't want to disappoint his family or leave Lily carrying too much responsibility. Lily, however, may see the situation differently. She understands that forcing Nate to remain in a career he no longer wants could eventually create resentment. If Devin is allowed to pursue a new dream, Nate should have that same freedom. That is why Lily may encourage Nate to follow his heart. Rather than asking him to sacrifice his future for the family company, Lily could give Nate the support he needs to seriously consider medicine again. For Nate, that encouragement could become the beginning of an entirely new chapter. While Nate considers rebuilding his future, Nick Newman is struggling simply to regain control of his life. Nick's addiction has already taken him to terrifying places. His overdose in Victor Newman's office nearly cost him his life, but even that experience wasn't enough to immediately end his destructive behavior. Now, his drug-fueled night with Marie Kirkland threatens to push him toward another rock bottom. Nick has spent years being viewed as one of the stronger members of the Newman family, but addiction is stripping away that sense of control. The deeper he falls, the harder it becomes to pretend that he can solve this problem on his own. His latest experience may finally force him to recognize the truth. Nick needs help. That realization won't immediately fix everything. His recovery is expected to be difficult, and there will still be obstacles standing between Nick and the life he once had. Things may even become worse before they begin to improve. However, reaching this new low could also become an important turning point. Nick may finally understand that escaping addiction will require more than promises or willpower. He will have to genuinely commit to changing his life. As Nick struggles to find his way back, Billy's obsession could pull him further into trouble, and Nate may find himself standing at a crossroads between family responsibility and the career he truly wants. Kane's decision to expose Billy's secret mission to Jack could trigger consequences Billy never expected, while Lily's support may give Nate the courage to finally choose his own future. In Genoa City, 3 very different men are facing choices that could reshape their lives. Billy is chasing a mystery, Nate is considering a new beginning, and Nick is fighting to survive one of the darkest periods of his life. And the decisions they make next could change everything.